Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Let's Play Batman Arkham City. Last time, we bought ourselves a few extra hours and got Ra's al Ghul's blood sample. And today, we're gonna head back to Freeze for something that everybody who has played this game adores, myself included.
Shields. They'll block head-on attacks, but that shield can't protect them from above.
And we are gonna grapple on out of here. Did we encounter the shield guys last time? No, right? Because we dipped up into the upper part of the sewers first for the Killer Croc Easter egg. So the shield enemies require that special attack to disarm them. It's stun, and then you double tap jump, and you do the aerial stomp and push the shield into their faces like you saw. We'll get a chance to see more of them in action in just a moment, because there's a big brawl coming up here that we can't just grapple away from.
Good. We've got weapons on the way.
So I found out that part of the reason that the Arkham games exist ties into Pandemic being... Oh my god, I love that. Ties into Pandemic being shut down by EA in 2009. The two are inextricably linked, because WB and EA partnered up way back when to make a Batman game, and EA gave it to Pandemic. So they spent 6 months in pre-production. EA then told them, oh, this is going to be a Dark Knight movie tie-in, Nolan's Dark Knight movie. There's going to be a tie-in for that. So they started from scratch after 6 months of pre-pro, just threw that all out the window. This was going to be an open world game, but they had no experience with open worlds. And their internal engine, the one that they were using for the Saboteur, wasn't really suited for it. Oops. So there were huge delays, and there were a bunch of other internal problems making this work. It was just a huge nightmare. The rest of the project was just a clusterfuck between management changes and ongoing demands from the higher-ups, and just design headaches that, in part, were caused by Pandemic's own decisions and their own lack of experience with open-world stuff. So there were just huge problems with this project. And on top of all of this, things were being rushed along so it could release alongside the theatrical release of The Dark Knight. And then the game got delayed to December of 2008, which... the plan was for it to coincide with the DVD release of The Dark Knight. And that also happened to be the time when EA was going to lose the rights to the license. It wasn't possible to get the game out on time, so the project got scrapped completely. EA shut it down, and then they shut Pandemic down. So, the license reverted, and it fell to Eidos to find someone to make a Batman game. And Eidos let Rocksteady work with the license.
Sound good, does it?
No, it doesn't.
I don't get it. Why would Strange arrange for the mayor to be sent there? Scrub that. How the hell did Strange even manage to have the mayor arrested?
I don't know, Barbara. But I am going to find out.
I tend to sometimes filter out Strange in the background, or just random thugs rambling along. That one, actually, my mistake, turned out to be kind of important. To sum it up, Quincy Sharp, former warden of Arkham Asylum and mayor, was arrested and placed in Arkham City, who we are now rescuing from, I think these guys are Tiger Troops. And one or two of them have or had guns, since they've been knocked down, or disarmed now. So we just have to bounce between them, make sure none of them can pick the guns on the floor up. I see at least two of them. Oh, they're going for him. They are going for him. Oops. There's two big counters.
I don't need your help, Batman. No! Please, no!
I want to know all about Strange, and how you're tied into all this.
I'll tell you everything. Strange came to me back at the asylum. He told me he had friends, powerful friends, the sort of people who could make things happen. All I had to do was turn a blind eye to his experiments and work on my campaign. He said his friends would ensure that I won.
Who are they?
I have no idea. I never met them. They funded everything. Money was no problem. All I had to do was set up Arkham City and put Strange in charge. It made perfect sense. The scum of Gotham needed to be punished. It would be my legacy.
Strange has been removing anyone with evidence against him and sending them into Arkham City. Enjoy your legacy.
Bruce, I'm seeing massive spikes on your suit's biometric analyzer. Your health. It doesn't look good.
I just had a chat with our old friend Quincy Sharp. He confirmed that Strange is working with someone else. I'm going to find out who.
What are you talking about? You need to get that blood to freeze now.
I will. I just need to.
No, you don't. You need to go back to the GCPD. Please, Bruce. For me?
So, rescuing and interrogating Quincy Sharp sidetracked us just a little bit, but gave us some valuable information. But now we're back on track to go back to the GCPD building where we last saw Freeze, and where Freeze was waiting for us to help synthesize this antidote.
I thought we were friends, working together and all that. You know, from where I'm lying, desperately clutching at what's left of my life, it seems like you've betrayed me and started working with the walking icebox. Well, two can play at that game. Try and get back to that double-crossing snowman in the GCPD without my guys blowing your pointy head off. I double dare you.
You know, even though he says that, we don't actually have to go through another Predator sequence against armed guards to get back into the GCPD. There is a small brawl, I think? Yeah, there's a couple dudes.
It's Freeze. He's doing something.
I think that's just an armored guy, or like a special enemy type.
We're not.
Do we have to go through them? Yes, we do.
What?
So let's see, there's a couple guys with shields.
She sounded real pit.
There's the leader, and then there's just regular thugs. No bladed enemies, no guys wielding guns. A couple of environmental objects like that, that's no good. Things are not going quite as smoothly as I would hope. Ah, man. I had already hit the dodge button, so no chance to throw that back in his face. There we go. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. This is going strangely, like, wow. I love it. I love when the ragdolls freak out in this. There's a really good one back when we were heading through the sewer on the way to Ra's al Ghul's lair that I didn't catch at the time, but someone just flew back to their home planet. So good. I hope that, like, ragdoll physics in games never ever gets better than this. I hope they, like, I hope this is the peak and what ragdolling is always about. God, it's so entertaining. I didn't even realize that one back there was still up. And I lost my critical. Aw. For my special takedown. It was a fairly funky fight. Oh, and you're still alive. What? This is such a weird fight. With I mean, like, a lot of weird stuff is happening.
It's like you idiots spend every single day thinking up ways to leave me bitterly disappointed. Harley, when you get to the GCPD, kill a couple of them for me, will you, dear?
No problem.
That's a fairly important bit of foreshadowing that Harley is on her way to the GCPD.
Impressive, Batman. I doubted you would actually return.
I'm a man of my word, Victor. You should know that by now.
The formula is complete. The bonding process appears to have been successful. How are you feeling? You look unwell.
Give it to me.
I'm afraid I cannot do that, Batman. You have given me your last order.
This is not a time for negotiation.
I think it is. The clown has my wife. Bring her back to me.
You don't want to do this, Freeze.
Oh, I believe I do. You will bring me Nora, or you will die.
You are in my world.
Oracle, Freeze is attacking me. Get me the telemetry feed from its suit, now.
No problem. Bruce, remember what happened last time. Don't try to take him on in a straight-up fight. He's too powerful. Okay, data's ready. Coming through now.
What?
So this is the fight that everyone lavishes with praise. I'm not going to be any different. Mr. Freeze is a brilliant boss fight. I love this fight so much. It's my favorite one in the entire Arkham series. And it's high up on my list of just favorite bosses in general. And this is part of the reason why. So our very first attack against him was just a standard sneak takedown. Takedown from behind, rather. That doesn't work anymore because he's now emitting this trail of frost behind him. We can't approach him like that anymore. And he still has quite a few hits left to go before this fight's over. Can these get to me under the vents? Because the way Freeze tends to track you down is by following your heat signature and your footsteps. So it's easy normally to bait him, but sometimes he gets a little clever. Yeah. We'll still be able to do that. Just have to get him to walk around here. What I love about this fight is how open-ended it is, and how much it really challenges you to put together all of the stealth tactics that you've learned up to this point. And if you've been overly reliant on just doing one or two things, this is going to be a lot harder. But if you've really tried to whoops! I went to the window. But if you've been trying to vary things up and finding different ways to approach Predator sequences, you can come up with a bunch of different ways to land takedowns on him. And you have to figure that stuff out. So yeah, you have to put together all the stealth tactics that you've learned. And not just exploit one thing over and over again, because he learns, he adapts. Nothing works twice. Like, he froze the grates over once I attacked him from below that one time. Adapts after every takedown. And there are good, like, I think there are 11 different ways in this room to take him down. And on normal, you need to do, like, 6, I want to say. And that number increases as you raise the difficulty up. And it plays on an element of the game that's rarely used for the boss fights, which makes it just that much more thematically appropriate, because you're trying to be stealthy and outwit Freeze rather than brute force him. You don't get that many stealth boss fights, right? So this is just really, really good. I think at that point, he will freeze any of those destructible bits of the environment overhead, like anything with weak structural integrity. Although you can get him twice with the windows. You can get him from above, and then you can also do a dive through the window to get to him for a separate takedown. And then after you do that, he'll freeze the other windows out too. What I'm trying to do now is use the magnet over here. So I want to bait him up here. Get ready. Perfect. I think we need one more after this. And there are a bunch of different ways we can go about this. We can use some of the, we can actually use the explosive gel. We can do the window takedown. We can do a glide kick to his back. We can't approach him from the ground to get behind him, but we can do a glide kick. We can also do ledge takedowns. There's just a ton of different ways to score this takedown. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Not gonna have time to set that up. Aww. He wasn't in range for the window one. So let's try this. Oh, I think he's getting ready to deploy the heat seekers. Still though, if we go around in a circle here, we can probably bait that. Actually, you know what? I could still just do the window takedown, even though I won't go crashing through. Did want to wait for the heat seekers. God, I love this fight. Such a brilliant Batman boss. Super appropriate, too.
Please, find Nora. She's all I have left. It's over. That was all I could manufacture.
Harley Quinn took it.
What are you waiting for? Go and get it back. The clown must pay for what he has done to us.
It's not that simple. Joker's got the steel mill locked down. Getting in will not be easy.
Perhaps I can help. I've been working on a new projectile system. Maybe these will provide the edge you need.
I promise you, Victor, I will find Nora.
Please, find my wife.
Alright, so that is going to do it for now. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take it easy. Have a good one.